Greetings and welcome to episode 67 of my Empire Total War Darth mod Great Britain campaign, and this, my friends, how we left it last time. And before we sort of jump into this proper, my friends, I'd like to thank all of the council for their wonderful advice and indeed all their proposals. There have been also a number of requests for us to move back to the Ottoman Empire campaign and also the Knights of St. John campaign. They will be coming after the Great Britain campaign. I know that I've been pushing the USA and the Great Britain campaign more than the others, but that's because they've been the longest sort of serving campaigns when I want to try and push them on as much as I can, not quickly because I'm enjoying them, but as much as I can I want to push them on. The council has called for us to push on for those, and indeed we are here today on Paris looking to attack and take the city off the march, as it were, straight from the siege, because the council has called for us to take it as quickly as possible. Remember, we also have now Spain as an enemy of ours. We've got a huge amount of enemies now. But we did deal with Westphalia, and by de facto we also dealt with that French force that was sent to Amsterdam to try and retake Amsterdam as well on behalf of the Dutch, who are now neither here nor there now, as we like to see it. But if we can capture Paris, it would open up a tremendous amount of economic and production potential. It really would. The facilities here are second to none. I think only London could really match Paris's sort of sheer volume of production and this sort of economic power as well. By far, France has one of the largest sort of single areas, probably apart from maybe Moscow. You can probably take, definitely in Europe, it's probably the largest. You can probably land masses you can take in Europe by a country mile. But you can see we are up against. I mean, the French. Let's not be under any illusions here. The French really have got some wonderful units here, as you can see. Garde du Corps, Grenadiers and Chevalier de Garde, some absolutely fantastic Gendarmerie de France. Look at that, Grenadiers de France. I mean, French Grenadiers, probably the troops that actually guard the royal family. So as you can see, they're at full strength, but the rest of them have taken a little bit of a damage here because we have been besieging them for a number of years. 4 turns here now. The council has requested we actually take the fight, take the city off the march quickly, because of course with Spain now an enemy of ours, we need to capture the city as quickly as possibly can. But look what we've brought to the fight here. Look at this. It's an absolute joy, sir. British Marines. We've also got a good complement with 2 line infantry. We've also got line infantry guards, plenty of cavalry here as well, but plenty of guns as well. We've got a 24-pounder and 2 24-pounders here. So as you can see, oh, and a 32-pounder, I do beg your pardon. So we have to blast our way through here, clear as much as we can of the walls here. But they do have a reserve army that's going to come immediately in to attack us. So we've got to be prepared not only to attack frontally, but also be able to sort of take that defensive force. And there's 2 actually here. So we've got this one coming in here. Oh, look at that. I mean, thankfully these aren't at full strength, but these are Swiss Guards, so we're going to really be up against it. I kid you not, my friends. We do have 2 wonderful forces backing up the sort of this elite marine force, as it were. I think we'll just move things around here. We definitely have this. We'll have the Welsh Guards coming, Welsh Fusiliers, should I say, coming in. Then the Royal Irish. Many of the council calling us to move the Royal Irish Regiment into place. And I think we'll have the Guards in here as well. I think, yeah, let's move all of this along here. Perfect. We've also got, as you can see, Scottish Highlander Independent Regiment. Now, many of these forces have been already fighting here, but the Coldstream Guards, how can we forget those, sir? I mean, look at that. That's a wonderful force. It really is. And here, indeed, we've got Garrison Guards. Well, we've had to bring the Garrison Guards just to add that extra sort of layer of oomph. We've got Marines in here, which we'll put first. Then we'll have the cavalry, which will of course prove invaluable in sort of a fight that's to come. Then we'll have the Garrison Guards units, and that will be followed by the line infantry coming in as well. That's a wonderful. We have to take this fight. The council have called on us to take this fight, take Paris as quickly as possible. Particularly with the diplomatic turn has taken a turn for the worse, but as you can see, we've got a lot coming in here. We've got to really guard ourselves against what's to come. We've got to attack not only Paris and the forces inside Paris, but we've also got to defend against the forces coming from outside, trying to relieve the siege of Paris as well. But we'll take this fight. We'll just quickly continue the siege here, so we can just have a quick.
Rot in the sty.
as you can see, we can actually probably pull this force back just to add a little bit of panache. Because you can see we are moving now with this force here to General Mel, the Greek here, towards Hanover. And we've also, or are we? Is that? No, actually, Mel is General Mel is going to actually take Dresden, try and take Dresden here. So Dresden doesn't have a massive army, but they are starting to build forces up here with a general here who is quite clearly seen a lot of combat. We're also moving forces to take Hanover as well. We do have a French fleet here in Hanover. We can quickly push them to one side. And indeed, many of the councils are calling on us to increase our income for our naval facilities, so we can actually start to push some of these Spanish fleets away. Again, you mix up with Spain and France. So these French fleets away here. France really do have some large fleets here. We're at war with Spain, as you can see. We don't have much intelligence here with them, but they do have a lot of forces and a lot of, look at that, look at that armada there. That is huge. We can only assume they're massing at the border here. They're going to probably push in, maybe near Turin here as well. They do hold a great swathe here, but Tripoli is currently under siege here by this French force. And it's not looking in the best of shape either, is it? But many of the council think we can hold here, but we might. We've got Cairo as well, which is under siege, and many of the council again calling us to take Egypt from them. We should be able to do that. We do have a vastly superior force here. Look at that. We do still have Patras as well, thankfully under our control. We do have Poland here as well, but we're trying to keep ourselves out of the Polish morass, as it were. We're trying to capture, and we've also got almost got Strasbourg here under our control as well, which will link us directly with the Poles.
My eyes are yours.
I think we might move down here and keep an eye on what Spain is up to.
My watchword is discretion. Taking cover.
I think that's what we've got to do here. We could even move this force in here. And we might even be able to... I wonder if we could strike this force here and drag out the defenders here and weaken that garrison. I wonder if that would work. If we strike with this force here, remember this is a... Oh, look at that. I mean, we really have got the absolute creme. I'd say this. I would dare say that we have probably the finest troops anywhere in the world. And I know that's a bold statement, and maybe I am wrong. And of course the council can of course tell me otherwise. But I would say we are easily have some of the finest troops anywhere. I mean, look at that. That was a real thrashing we took there in Cologne. And indeed here as well. Lots of forces having to be... We've only got 16,257 here. We were attacked again by here, but ideally I think we'd like to try and get these up and running again. Preparing that there, of course. We are trying to try and watch our recruitment here. We've got to try and bring everything back on. If we can take Strasbourg as well, that'll open up this. Will that give us 2,000 regional wealth? Wow. And there's also a mine here as well, 1,800 regional wealth. So again, that mining complex will be wonderful for us. Get these forces up and running as well, and also these should be replenishing as well. Indeed, look at that. This force fought a real brutal battle. We even lost one of our generals here. I think we should replace with, excellent, Fusiliers and Grenadiers here again. I mean, look at that. We're down to 16 men. And this force needs to be replenished as well, but that took a beating as well. But I wonder if we use this force here to sort of pull out the defenders. I wonder if that'll drag the defenders into this fight. That's something to think of there indeed. We've also still got St. Petersburg, and we've still got Moscow. But I mean, look at the Russian forces here. I mean, the Russia could just overwhelm us within seconds. I kid you not, my friends. We're holding on to this by the absolute skin of our teeth. We've got a wonderful complement of troops here, but if necessary, the council has given us permission to indeed We're not going to repair that. That's 5,000, which we might not be keeping this. The council have given us permission to actually withdraw from Moscow and hand Moscow over to the Russians if they declare war. We would then fall back to St. Petersburg, which would be sort of our last redoubt here on sort of Russian soil. But we do have, thankfully, the Swedes have started to fight. Look at that. They started to find their feet here. So they've taken Karelia here, and they're actually going to, I think they're going to start taking the fight to the Russians, which will be nice to see, keep them hemmed in at least. But look at the forces they've got, Russia. It's quite extraordinary. But I think what we're going to do, we do have forces being put together here as well in London. We are going to keep London under lock and key. Look at that. That's a heck of a force. And here as well, we don't have much here in our Dublin, which is a little bit of a problem for us. And all our other assets here are sort of tied down by French forces. These, we've got to take the fight to the French here in terms of our fleets as well. We've got HMS Victory here, our single largest fleet. We've also got a fleet here as well, all the way down here. But that's very, very close to Spanish forces here. So we might just move this force down to here a little bit and reconfigure just out of the way of the Spanish. Look at that, 26,000. We've readjusted our lines there. Wonderful to see. So we've just readjusted things there just to keep out of the way of the Spanish here. But that in itself is a magnificent fleet. Look at that, at full strength as well. That's blocked, but we have to seal off those ports. We're going to try and build our own armadas up. This force in particular we want to build up to a full strength fleet. Many of the council saying we actually move and take some smaller, some more nimbler ships, quicker ships, which we will be doing. But oh, look at that! It is Royal Sovereign. That'd be absolutely fantastic to have in the fleet. Royal George, HMS Neptune, some really fine British ships there. So we'll probably have all of those recruited effectively. But we've got to take Paris. I think that's what we'll do. We'll actually try and do this way. We'll move against them here and try and drag the defence. Are we going to drag the defenders out? No, we might just pick off these separately and then we can deal with these ourselves, isolate them. Let's see what happens here. Oh, indeed, sir.
Lifting siege.
Yes.
Sound the call to battle.
Now they've moved out from here, so we've actually, this has made it easier for us to attack Paris. Let's quickly see what happens when we do launch an attack here. Yeah, that's more like it. That's much more like it, sir. Let's continue the siege, but these gentlemen, I think these gentlemen might be better suited to that attack because they've got a lot more guns here, so we might actually attack with these gentlemen here. Now we've pushed these out here. We can deal with these later at the port. We can attack Le Havre later on. But I think we might move in with these gentlemen because, as you can see, they do have much more firepower in terms of that initial firepower to break. They've got a 32 pounder in here as well, two 32 pounders. They've got plenty of infantry here to break that, and we've got plenty to back them up. I think we might attack Paris with this particular army. I know some might be thinking, Mala, that's overkill, that's just too much, but I know that Flanders is open to attack there, but we can always move one of these forces back. We can take Stratford. We can drag these into this fight. Let's do this. We've got to take Paris. And in fact, we've dragged them back in here with this, attacking them from here. I wonder if the original... That's more like it. Now that these are going to have to attack, but we'll bring these gentlemen in first. Let's get the cavalry in here. Let's get the Marines in. Look at that. Perfect. Right, enough delaying, enough putting this off. We've now worked this so we've actually isolated these two armies separately from one another. This army should be enough to take it. We haven't got many guns in here, but still. Let's take the assault. Let's assault Paris. Let's do this. The council has called for us to take it as quickly as possible, and we shall do. We shall do, my friends. I'd like to thank all of you for your wonderful support on the USA campaign. I mean, the support on that USA campaign is just mind-blowing. I mean, the number of people who have sort of viewed those episodes over the last couple of weeks or so has been incredible. It really, really has. I'd like to thank all of your wonderful support. It's a joy. I'll be honest with you, I never thought I would be in this position for my channel. I really didn't. I never thought I'd be in this position. I mean, but it's the support that means the most to me. It's the comments, it's the people who interact with all the council members I interact with. It really is absolutely fantastic. I just wanted to say thank you, my friends, you know, for letting me do this and enjoy it so much. It really is an absolute wonder. It really is something I enjoy a lot, and I hope you do as well, my friends. But let's have a look what we've got here. Now, the topography here of the battlefield is very, very flat here. We don't have any hills, or if we do, they're very, very minor, maybe here, but that's only just a slight undulation, as it were. Here's the road leading into Paris here, so we've effectively cut the road here. But where are those reserves coming in? I think they're going to be coming in from behind. They're directly behind us. Now, they could mean here. So I think what we might do is we might shift our axis of attack to here, to this flank here, thereby allowing us to have that oversight of where they're coming in. Then we'll shift to here and they'll actually attack us from behind. You can absolutely guarantee it. But still, it's a call we've got to make. Let's make that call. Let's stick with it. We've got to stay out the way of the guns they've got here. But look at the size of Paris in the distance. Look at that. It is a huge, huge place. I mean, look at it. It is absolutely vast. All the way here, you can see it in the distance there. All here, the small villages. All that over there. All that is Paris. It is gigantic. All that over there. Absolutely huge. All this here, look at the size of it. It is massive. It stretches from the whole horizon is filled with all different parts of Paris. Massive. Look at the fort. It's gigantic. Absolutely huge. That's probably one of the largest forts you'll ever see, because it is effectively the principal capital fort for a nation. I mean, look at the size of the fort. It is huge. So, as you can imagine, this is going to be a pretty tough fight. Even though we've managed to isolate these two defending forces, it won't be easy. So, let's first of all find our spot. I think we'll put them here, but we're going to have to be very wary here where those reinforcements come in from. We have to be ready to counteract them, and indeed we'll probably use the cavalry for that. So, let's just pull the cavalry into here momentarily. Gentlemen, thank you.
Yes, sir.
We've got cuirassier guards here. I'm going to take them off that, because... Oh my goodness me, look at that. I mean, that doesn't bring a tear of joy to your eye. I mean, nothing will. This. There really is some magnificent...
Wait for my order! Engage the enemy!
Wait for my order. I mean, what a joy to see here. Oh, look at that. And more heavy cavalry as well here. Now, we haven't seen heavy cavalry for a long time, but my word, they used to be the staple of all of our, and they still are the staple of many of our armies here. Now, I think we'll just deploy the three regiments, 3 ranks of 3 here, just to be on the safe side. I tell you, by Jove, we shall be ready, sir. Look at that. Now, let's bring our firepower to bear. We need to break a particular power. We need to focus on a particular part of the wall here. It's going to take us a while to break through, but we have to do it. Even if we just weaken them, that'll be enough, just to weaken them. Let's bring the guns to bear here. We've got a 32 pounder here as well. Look at that. That one's an absolute brute. But we're going to use everything at our disposal to break those walls. There's our 32 pounder. Look at the difference in the 32 pounder. That is a monster. Right, let's get our forces into some kind of coherent. I think we'll have the 78th and 45th in sort of this in a defensive formation here, and also we'll have the 77th as well. Gonna have that sort of screening force. If we are attacked on the flanks here, and I think we'll have the foot guards, the line infantry here, line infantry guards on either flank, just sealing off here. Gentlemen, please, some decorum, thank you. And here as well, just to make sure that we're protected on either flank. And then what we're going to have to do then, I think, best policy will be to... For goodness sake, sir. Let's have a look at the line infantry guards. Oh, look at that. We have here three, that's excellent, 3 abreast there, so it's excellent. We just angled them a little bit. It's more like it. And we'll have the 20th foot here just to seal off this flank here. Perfect. So that's more of our sort of our defensive formation around the guns. Now we need to organise our attacking forces here. So we've got 3 regiments of Marines who will do the bulk of the attack. We need to keep these gentlemen off the reserve, as it were. We need to wait for that opening. I wonder if we put them into the trees here. These are really going to be the who break into the. I mean, look at that. I mean, please. I mean, words escape me as to the absolute joy this brings to see. Look at this. Marines, late Marines, ready to attack that fort. Can the fort hold against these? I think not, sir. Then, last but not least, we've got the 7th and 13th regiments here, Marines. And we'll put these gentlemen just over to the side here, out of harm's way here. But these are our assault forces. We want to make sure we're absolutely... Oh, look at that. They're almost like beef eaters. It is an absolute joy to see. Not looking too bad here at all. We want to try and keep our forces just compact and bijou, as it were, ready. These are assault forces. We've got to time our attack perfectly. Let's begin. Oh, the general didn't bring the general. What an absolute fool, sir. Let's bring them down with some proper firepower here, and let's focus on the walls. Let's bring them right down here. Let's get the general. Oh, grief, come on, sir. That's my mistake. Where are their reinforcements going to be coming in from? Those 32 pounders, they're going to absolutely do huge. Oh, look at that, right down the line, sir. Right down the... Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. That's a lot of cavalry, my goodness me. That is a lot of cavalry there. Got to break these walls. Come on, gentlemen, please. Follow through. It's more like it. That is a wonder. Can we? Oh, we're going to miss them. We're going to miss those gentlemen there. bring down these walls. Let's bring these walls down. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Are they coming back? They are indeed, sir. If they're coming back, then we'll oblige, sir. That's gonna... Oh, what a wonder. They're being absolutely obliterated here. Got to keep an eye on the map here. We must watch out for reinforcements. Discipline is absolute key here, but also a keen eye. If they wish to stay there, but then we shall oblige, sir. Look at this. Prime here. English gunnery at its finest, sir. These 32-pounders have been absolute brutes. Been absolutely decimated here. Look at that, it cut right through them. It's going to be the... Oh, wow. That is an absolute joy. We got these Turliers here, which are basically these are basically green coats, and they are sharpshooters par excellence. They really are. But we just got to keep pounding away here. If we can bring all this section down with them on it, what a joy! Look at the damage we've done here. We just got to bide our time here. Patience will serve us well in the end here. Look at that. There's nothing left here to defend this. The guns have done their work. If we can just bring this whole section down now with the rest of these gentlemen on there. We've effectively punched a hole through here. We've got to... Steady, lad, steady. Wait for the order, wait for the order. Look at this. Absolutely not even blinking here. They're just absolutely keeping their focus. Haven't moved a muscle here. One more shot, they'll bring this whole section down. Oh, that is absolute a joy. Hasn't even flinched a muscle, that cavalry. Now that's discipline. Let's switch our focus. Let's bring this entire wall down here. They're not even deployed here, but this cavalry is going to be a bit of a menace for us here if we're not careful. That's a lot of cavalry. And very powerful cavalry as well, look at that. One hit though by our artillery would put an end to that in no time. Oh, looks like they're moving into the barracks here, probably preparing themselves for an assault. If we can open up for this for the cavalry. That didn't really break through, did it? We can't escape this. That's probably their largest single force remaining here with the militia. They moved it to the barracks. Now, I'm not quite sure what they're doing here. Maybe some exercise, but they're coming out of the gate here. If they're going to stand there, then we should accept this. Let's bring this wall down and we'll focus on these. We can get rid of these. We've pretty much opened up the front for us here. We might even start to move in then along the walls here. Going to be an easy way in here. Look how thick these walls are. Oh, they're gone. Let's bring in the quicklime onto this here. Oh, what a joy. Eight men left, 5 men left here. If we could destroy these here.
Yes, sir.
Let's begin. Let's begin. Final battle for Paris. Oh, look at that.
Infantry reporting.
Double time, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Double time. The reinforcements will be coming in. Once these reach the demarcation line, the reinforcements will come in. We have to be ready here.
Infantry reporting.
Oh, look at that. Completely and utterly obliterated. Get up there, lads. Get those hooks up there. Here we go. 3 regiments of Marines up on the walls. Drats, here they come. Get up off the walls, lads. Get up off the walls.
Infantry reporting.
Oh. Get off there, lads.
Sir!
Oh, it's gone mad here, sir. Square, lads, square. We've lost a lot of men there. Ladies and gentlemen, square formation. We lost a lot of Marines there. That was a good attack by the French. Oh, look at that. Oh, goodness me. Madness here, sir. Trying to reach our lines. Oh! My goodness me, that's gonna hurt. We've got to get down and dirty with here. We've finally broken the defences here. We've got to be sure we... Wow. What a battle this has been. Look at it in the distance here. The smoke here is... Done it at last. Let's continue the battle. Everything is gone. was a wonder. Yes, we did it, my friends, we did it. A close victory. We absolutely obliterated them. Look at that. We lost 1,122. They lost 3,154. 130 men remaining. Paris should be ours now. Has it fallen? It has fallen.
Siege is broken.
Yes. Paris is now ours. But the French Empire hasn't collapsed just yet. But what a battle that was. And we can bring all of these troops up to full strength again, ready for what is to come out. This army has fought with real panache, real elan here. It really has fought with a great vigour. All of this is now under our control. 14,300, of course, because we've taken a great swathe. We were relying on the trade here, but actually that trade is now gone. Actually, we need to free this port up here, don't we? So we can free this trade up here, this port up here. We've got all of this now under our control. We've got Spain probably going to be... Ah, look at that, there's Spain there, and that's not a fabulous army, but it's an army that we need to just keep an eye on there. But I think our next battle will be Strasbourg. Let's bring Strasbourg under our control. That's 6198. What have we got here from Paris? 14,217. Let's bring all of these up to full strength here. Arc de Triomphe. Oh, look at that. It gives us the ability to the Royal Academy will give us plus we can't get the engineering school, but that's absolutely fine. We'll get that next time here. But if we can upgrade this here, what's the yeah, they're not particularly enamoured with us, shall we say. We're definitely gonna have a rebellion here, but I think the rebellion will probably crush quite quickly unless the Spanish come along and help them in some way. But I think our next battle will be Strasbourg. We need to get all of this under our control. I got a feeling we're going to be hit by some Spanish forces, probably around Paris, maybe around the Netherlands again, maybe Amsterdam will be hit again. Hopefully we can hold Amsterdam, because it was really taking a hard. Mind you, that's a strong force. That'll hold against pretty much anything sent its way. Brussels is a little bit vulnerable. We could always detach a regiment or an army from here to deal with that. These will probably head straight for Brussels, I'd imagine. And to that end, we might detach an army just to guard Brussels. We can't lose anything. We fought so hard to get all of this. We can always send this army back if needs be. We've got these forces here replenishing. They'll be replenished quite quickly. I think our next battle will be for Strasbourg. That's our next battle. It's a battle we'll actually take and fight. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. I do apologise for being slightly shorter than normal, but hope you've enjoyed this episode, my friends. We finally captured Paris. It's been our goal for such a long time, since the council enabled the plan that actually took us to where we are now, where we control a great swathe here of Western Europe, and this has been the plan all along. We've had all these forces here bottled up in one small location, trying to fight Poland, and quite frankly we were getting crushed. And then suddenly the council said, Mala, you need to stop. You need to back away. You need to look elsewhere and take France on, because France attacked us, and take all your forces and strike against France hard and fast. And this is what's happened. We've now got Cologne, we've got Amsterdam, we've got Paris, we've got Strasbourg under our control. We're going for Hanover. It's absolutely we're going for Dresden. Absolutely fantastic, my friends. It really is going to be an absolute wonder here. It really is to take the fight to them. But by Jove, we've done it. Strasbourg will be next. That'll put us in direct contact with the Poles. We might even be able to trade with the Poles, maybe get some trade flowing over land here, and this will give us the ability then to start to increase our fleets. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, as always, my friends, keep your comments coming down, your plans, your proposals. Whatever you do, my friends, please be safe. But until next time, bye for now.